Hi, everybody. I hope you're doing pretty well and that you're healthy and that maybe you had a little bit of relaxation over spring break. Um, I certainly didn't, but hopefully you did. Uh, I'm just making this short video to kind of go over what we can expect for the rest of the semester since we're going to have a very different format. And I think the format we're going to use is probably similar to a lot of other teachers, and so I won't go into too much detail, but I just wanted to give you some insight into what I'm planning for now. Um, so before we get into that, I just want to acknowledge kind of all the adjustments we are all going through right now. Um, Last week over spring break, the policies for the university were changing on a daily basis at least, and sometimes it changed multiple times throughout the day. And so we were constantly trying to like adapt and respond to those changes. And so I'm in this like kind of crazy state of uncertainty right now. But I think things have settled down a little bit. And as part of those adjustments, we're all kind of finding new places to work. So here's me setting up a lab in my garage. I'm getting ready to weigh your decomposition leaves. In addition to this little lab bench I've got instrumentation in the garage and some electronics equipment and sensors. So, I'm just trying to figure out how to organize that so we can keep some research going and keep some material for classes going. I know you are dealing with the same kind of issues. You're figuring out where can you focus and learn and work and spread out your materials and all that kind of stuff. So I just say that to acknowledge and let you know I understand that it's not going to go perfectly smooth probably for everybody this first week or two. So I'm going to be very understanding. Hopefully you'll be understanding of me and all the mistakes I'm going to make in trying to put all this content online. So if we're all understanding and yeah, we'll be fine. It'll work out okay. All right, so let me just give you a little insight into what I'm thinking about for formats for lectures, labs, exams, and my office hours. Lectures, I think, primarily will be a series of short videos and then quizzes associated with each one of those videos. So instead of like a big long lecture, I'll do 10 or 15 minutes. There'll be a short quiz associated with that so that you feel confident in what material was the most important material in that lecture, and then move on from there. There might be some calculations and other activities that you might have to do with that. And if so, I'll likely post a video tutorial for you to walk you through that. Labs. The labs in the second half of the class, a lot of them were going to be data analysis kind of labs. And so there will be some more video tutorials on how to analyze the data for those labs. If we're collecting data, Scott and I will record a video of us doing the lab so you can see the techniques and the methods, and then we'll send you the data so that you can actually do the data analysis and write up a lab report. The exams, so we have one more exam and then the final exam. Those will be, I just got a message that popped up on my screen. I got distracted. We're going to do take home. Our, open book. Of course, they're going to be take home. You're at home already. They're going to be open book tests. So I will put a time limit on them, but you'll be able to use notes and lecture slides and any kind of materials to complete those exams. So that means you don't necessarily have to study for memorization, but I recommend you kind of study in that you are familiar with the material and where it's at in your notes so that as the questions come up in the exam, you know where to find that information and you can answer those questions relatively quickly because there will be, that time constraint. And I'll work to make sure that time limit is reasonable for everybody. Office hours for now, I think I'll handle questions just through email or maybe some Canvas discussions. And we'll see how that works. If we need to meet individually to talk about a concept or some method, we can set up a Zoom meeting or figure out a way to meet in real time instead of me recording a video. So we'll just kind of see how that goes, and that might evolve a bit throughout the rest of the semester. Okay, that's a general format for what I would like to do for getting you the information and the content for the class. The last thing I'll talk about is kind of these weekly overviews. My thought is that I will just record hopefully a relatively short video each week talking you through what is due for that entire week. And along with that, I'll put a kind of a to-do list on Canvas of the items I talk about in the video. I guess I feel like not doing a video, I mean, I'm not actually seeing you, but I think somehow it's a little more personal. So we'll see. Maybe the videos will be more annoying than helpful, but we'll see. So that will be posted every week on Monday so that you know what's coming up. I think I'm just going to have everything due at the end of the week every week, so you can kind of do it on your own time, just because, again, like my schedule's changed. My kids are working at home and I'm helping them with schoolwork throughout the day. And so my schedule is much different than it was if we were all in school and working. Okay, let me just show you the weekly overviews. Let's just look at week 10. So at the top, I'll post this weekly overview section. You can see right now there's a to-do list, and then once this video is done, I'll post that in here as well. So I'll just open this so you can see we've got 4 major tasks that we're going to work on this week. And so I'll go ahead and go over those right now. So I'm going to switch back to our PowerPoint because I have those listed here. Okay, the first thing you need to do is complete a quiz. And really this is just a review of the material we covered before break. I feel like with everything that's happened, it feels like forever ago that we actually talked about the boreal forest and the temperate coniferous forest. And so this week, again, we're going to keep things relatively simple, straightforward. There's not going to be a ton of work to get done for this week. It's just kind of getting back into the swing of things with this new format. So if you go back to Canvas, under Lecture 10, you can see the boreal temperate coniferous forest slides are posted here, so you can use those along with your notes. And then in order to take the quiz, I can't post it right here yet, mainly because I don't know how to. I know how to post quizzes here, but I'm actually beta testing some new format for quizzes, and it's not quite as straightforward how to post them here in the modules. So when you're ready to take this quiz, you need to go to the quizzes tab over on the left page, or left side of your page. And then there's a quiz that says Boreal and Temperate Coniferous Forest Quiz. If you click on that, it'll start you in taking that quiz. There is no time limit on the quiz, and the quiz questions are kind of in order of the slides. So you can kind of work through the slides in order and the questions, so you don't have to be flipping back and forth to find the information to answer those. So the goal here it's really just to take you through the questions, kind of take you back to the pertinent and most important information that we covered and make sure you understand how that information is important. All right, so I think that'll be relatively straightforward to complete that quiz. So that's due by Sunday at 5. Everything for this week is due by Sunday at 5. All right, the second thing you need to do for the week is enter your decomposition pot data, and that's on a shared Google Sheet, and that link is on Canvas. So if we go back to Canvas, under Lab, you can see this enter your decomposition pot data. If you click on that, you'll see this link to a Google Sheet. So I'm just gonna post that in here. All right, so here's the spreadsheet. You can see one group already entered their data, and you can see my daughter was helping me figure out how to make this shareable and editable by everybody. So that's an important note. All of you can edit it, so please don't mess up anybody else's data, or it's gonna kind of mess up their experiment. So what I want you to enter here is the group name, if you remember it, each team member name, and some of you have 3 team members, so there's 3 columns. The plant functional group, and really you can put angiosperm or gymnosperm, or your actual species if you remember it. I need your treatment name, so that should include a number, either 0.3 or 0.7, and either a capital T or a lowercase t. And then I need your dry pot weight and your saturated pot weight from week 1, and then your target weight. So this is the weight I need to add water to bring it up to this weight each time. Once I get this data, I'll continue the decomposition experiment so that would still be able to have that data by the end of the semester. So that's the second thing you need to do. The third thing is also related to your decomposition. Actually, the next two things are related to that decomposition experiment. So step 3 is to calculate the percent mass remaining of leaf 2. The data, the dry weight of leaf 2 for each group is posted in another Google Sheet. And so I won't open the data sheet, but if you look under week 10 module again, you'll see decomposition leaf number 2 weights. And again, oh, I didn't post it. All right, as soon as I get done with this video, I'm going to post the link to that spreadsheet so you can actually see the dry weight of your leaf that you harvested before spring break. All right, so calculate percent mass remaining of leaf 2. And then I want you to plot the data you have thus far and post a picture of that to a discussion board. So you have data, you will have data for 2 leaves, and then you can actually get a third data point because at time 0, before we really started the experiment, we know that 100% of the mass of those leaves was remaining. And so we can enter that as a third data point and plot those up. If you're uncertain of how to do that and you want an example of how to do those calculations in Excel, I recorded a short video, and that video tutorial is oh, I know where it's at. Hold on just a second. I got a posted discussion here. So that video tutorial is in the discussion board assignment. So let's go to that real quick. So if we go under discussions, percent mass remaining discussion, and this tells you that you need to have those 3 data points and post that to as a discussion post. And then here's the links to the videos or a video to walk you through those calculations. If you want, you can do it in Excel. You don't have to do it in Excel, of course, but that might be the easiest way to do it since you need to create a plot and then post that. All right. So hopefully that is all relatively clear. Again, all of these tasks are due by 5 p.m. on Sunday, so kind of do them at your own leisure this week. And then on next Monday, I will post another video like this and have some more material for you to work on next week. So again, I hope everybody's doing well. If you have any concerns, any problems, or anything you need to talk about, please don't hesitate to contact me, and I'll be happy to chat with you more. All right, we will, I can't really say we'll see you, but I'll talk to you again relatively soon.